How one slap changed the world. Part 13, the follow-up, review and analysis of Marlon Wayans' Breakfast Club interview. I'm Northstar, the $7 entrepreneur. In the last video, I left you with this cliffhanger. Marlon Wayans, a longtime good friend of both Chris Rock and Will Smith, felt the pressure when asked.
Now we gotta ask.
Yes.
Will Smith, Chris Rock.
God damn it,
God,
I thought I was going to get out of this.
He's I'm tired of talking about this.
You got my white publicist shaking her head. Don't you do it. Don't you
What was your thought?
do
So you're
it.
cool with Will, you're cool with Chris.
God, don't
What
do
were your
it.
thoughts?
Oh, my God.
You are-
I thought you guys.
You
All
are
right,
Will
so-
Smith's father.
Well, here's the
gotta
thing.
Marlon begins giving a little history and affiliation between Chris Rock and Will Smith and how the situation at the Oscars made him feel.
Well, Bel Air, I got the call from Will. Will actually texted me. This was pre-slap. If it was afterward, I'd be like looking at that phone like, I don't know. They're both friends of mine.
Correct.
It was hard for me. It's like watching two brothers fight. It's hard for me because I've known Will 20 years. I've known Chris Rock since I was 12. And so for me, I was just like, yo, I didn't know what transpired.
Marlon is perplexed about the situation. He says the slap questioned his loyalty. What if that would have been his brothers? And if that was Tony Rock, that definitely would have been a different outcome.
I felt bad because I'm a brother, right? And as a brother, I felt bad for Tony Rock and Jordan because now, Will, you doing that. Now you are, what's that thing, questioning my loyalty. You are pushing my loyalty. A brother is the most special thing in the world. I couldn't tell you what. If you niggas, you slap my brother, you hear Tony Rock, my brother, nigga, that's what I would feel.
Right.
And he slapped Chris, but if he slapped Tony, that was gonna be a whole nother. Tony is a sense of humor away from a long prison system. Sentence. That brother got,
Marley goes on to say, it's unfair for Chris Rock. He says, hey, Will, I love you, but you are out of line for that. And also says, man, bro, you are practically an action hero. And then says Chris Rock was way too small to be doing that when he's not lifting weights and doing anything. The only thing that he's ever lifted is... And y'all need to check it out and listen to what he says.
I mean, and it was unfair. I'm like, yo, I know you in your moment, Will, and I love you, bro, but, like, you can't hit Chris over a joke. That's Chris. Chris cracks jokes. That's what he does. You know what I mean? It's like, and he too small. You played action movies. I Am Legend. You doing behind the back pull-ups and lifting weights. And Chris plays crackheads. The heaviest thing this nigga ever lifted was a crack pipe in New Jack City. Why would you hit little Chris Rock? Now, if Will slapped The Rock, I'd be like, nigga, that nigga gangster. Right. You can't hit little Chris Rock.
Marlon doesn't hold back expressing his adoration for both Chris Rock and Will Smith. He also shares his experience in humiliation on the world stage as he feels Chris Rock's pain.
And, like I said, that's hard for me because I love them both. And I just, my prayers go out to both of them. And, that's humiliating. I've been humiliated publicly before. Not in a slap. My brothers put me in a little suit on the Emmys. And that shit hurt me to this day.
I need to Google this.
It hurt me to
Googleable?
Yeah, they put me in a little suit, played a prank on me in front of the world. And I know that kind of humiliation. And I will say to my brother.
You really humiliated?
Yeah, I was mad at my brothers. I wanted to fight them niggas. I wanted to slap them. I was so mad. I was in the car, in the limousine, like, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. I told Keenan, fuck you. And he was like 260 pounds. And I looked like New Jack City Pookie. I was small. I was hurt. And what happened and transpired, I know Chris is hurt. And he's humiliated.
Marlon says he thinks Chris is going to emerge a bigger, better him. He also thinks that this opened up a new door opportunity for his career to elevate to a much higher level because of his ticket sales going through the roof. And also, he says he wishes that he could benefit the same way from the slap.
But from this, he will be better. There's nothing more greater for a comedian than humiliation because learning to deal with that, now you come out the gate, now you got these jokes, and now you're building a bigger, better you. And, you know, look, his ticket sales have gone through the roof.
Right.
I wish Will Smith slapped the shit out of me, because then my tickets will go. He got the Midas touch.
You stupid.
Because then my tickets, Microphone Fiend tour, come watch it. I'm in the theater near you.
Marlon says he feel bad for Will because he can see that he's going through something. He also addresses mental health and says that he talked to Will and recommended to Will that he gets therapy. Go to therapy.
But like I said, they're both my friends, and I hated to see it. I told Will, hey, man, I felt bad because I was like, that brother got to be going through some mental health. We don't take that shit serious enough. What we witnessed was that brother cracked. And I was concerned. I was just like, yo, bro, you know, you should go sit in your therapy, enjoy your moment, but afterwards, you need to go unpack and go sit in a 3-hour therapy session for the next 5 weeks and figure out where you are.
Marlon says it's been hard for Will Smith to uphold black excellence for over 30 years. Also, he expresses how hurtful it was for him to have witnessed that because he felt like he did it to himself. Also, he said, hey, I got a whole bunch of jokes on this situation, but I'm going to refrain from it out of respect for both of my friends and also other actors and the impact that this has had on the world. But once this all clears, I am going to have my own special about it.
I get concerned for people. It's hard to uphold black excellence for 30 years. I've been black all right in this. Ain't that much pressure. Niggas know I ain't got my shit together.
But
You know what I
Did
mean?
you speak to both of them? Or?
Yeah, I text them both. Like I said, they're both friends of mine. And, you know, I just felt like it was not a good look for either. And, you know, it's hurtful to see. Now, I do have a shitload of jokes on it,
damn.
but I'm not going to crack them because I love them both.
Got you.
And I'm not going to use this platform to make fun of my brothers, especially, you know, we all black together. We all comedians together. We're all actors together. Seeing that, I felt like I slapped myself on that stage. I was depressed.
Marlon says at first he thought it was fake. But then he goes on to say that he thinks Jada put a spell on Will. Now, I'm going to say this. A lot of us have our own reserved thoughts about Jada. But when he said that, he said it kind of jokingly, but at the same time, it gets a little deep.
Did you think it was fake at first?
I did, and because of the way he walked back to his seat.
Correct.
You know what I mean? He walked back. I don't know what it was. It was like he was under a spell. It was like when Jada rolled her eyes up in the head, she put a spell on him, and the spirit of Tupac jumped in this nigga and was like, nigga, West Side? Because it wasn't something you see Will do.
Right.
Something to think about.
So I thought it was fake. And then I seen Rock's expression and knowing Rock, and he stayed in it. And I was like, oh, that was real. That was real.
And then he was still screaming from the seat after that.
Yeah.
And so
But
you know
Rock
it
handled
wasn't-
it the right way. He was a real man that day.
Marlon said Chris Rock showed strength because of the lack of reaction. He also says that it was classy, the way that he handled it, and that also that because of the way that he handled the situation, that he held together the last fabric of black excellence. He said, but it also concerned him too.
Lack of reaction is one of the hardest things you could do.
Absolutely.
Only Martin Luther King was that strong to not react. That's a strong thing
He
to do.
admitted
I thought
it.
that was the classiest shit I saw. He held together the last fabric of black excellence that we had that night. You know what I mean? And that concerned me.
Will, you defeated the purpose. And this is what Marlon said about it.
Like to Will, it's like, yo, you defeated the purpose because you took the name out of one comedian's mouth, and now it's in every
Everybody.
comedian's mouth. This is now you got terrorists.
Yeah.
This is what
now
you've
they're attacking them.
created.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? You can't take out one terrorist organization because then all the other terrorists now they want to come. You know, now they got something to say. So I mean, it backfired in a lot of ways, and I just pray for all of them to get together, kumbaya, and heal. And in the meantime, I got a hilarious 25 minutes
fiend.
on that shit. Microphone fiend.
Now, what did you think about the?
Marlon dodges the bullet of this last question like Neo in the Matrix.
What do you think about the punishment? The Oscars, the 10 years, and then also people were saying they pulled movie premieres and him doing movie roles and him doing Netflix roles. What did you think about the punishment?
I think they paused it though. No.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not the Academy. I ain't Will. I ain't Chris. And I hope never to have a snap moment like that publicly. I want to check on my mental health and make sure that we are all right. And that goes for every, I mean, especially black people, especially black men. You know, it's funny. When I was little, I was in like the 3rd grade. I went to hang out with my boy Steven Van Dusen. He's like, I can't hang out right now. I got to go to therapy. I said, nigga, we in 3rd grade. What the fuck you going to therapy for? I got to unpack some things. I didn't go to therapy till I was 47 years old. So I went that long with that much stress on me with not checking in. We have to check in, and you have to check in with your strong friends. Like, therapy is real. You got to do it. And so, I'm not the Academy. I ain't Will. I ain't Chris. But I wish them all better.
Follow or subscribe for more. How One Slap changed the world.